Welcome everybody. We're here for our first live Coolsculpting live streaming event. We're so excited. We've been doing Coolsculpting for a little bit over a year and we've been getting amazing results. People have been thrilled. They're getting their bathing suits. They don't fear the mirror anymore and we are super excited. Today we have with us our volunteer patient Sheila. We also have our two Coolsculpting goddesses, Lauren, Cool Sculptress number 1, and Stacia, Cool Sculptress number 2. A couple of things that you need to know with Coolsculpting when you come to our practice is number 1, we have 2 machines. We call it dual sculpting, so we can cool sculpt you in half the amount of time. After the treatment, we also massage the area with a machine called the Z-Wave, and we find that we get about 20 to 30% better result that way. Today, you're going to see the entire process, what it looks like to be hooked up to the machine. You'll hear Sheila shrieking and screaming in agony because of how painful it is. Oh, no, wait a minute. It's not painful, right? No, it's not painful. And then we have a huge reveal later on in the broadcast. We have something that we're the first to offer in the East Bay. So I'm going to turn the program over to Lauren, Stacia, and Sheila.
Hey everybody, welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in.
So we're going to show you how we get Sheila hooked up to the machine. So why don't you come see over here, Sheila. So we're treating her abdomen today. Sheila has had prior treatment, so today we're evaluating that she needs some correction here and here. So there's going to be 2 applicators placed kind of where we can marked. So we'll start with, let's say, the purple one, and I'll show you how we get things on. Nice, stay comfy, okay?
Would you like a snack while you're cool sculpting?
Snacks are what got me into this situation in the first place, but why don't I do a little peanut?
We do encourage snacking while cool sculpting. Why not?
Yeah. So I'm really excited about this. I try to eat healthy. I try to work out. I'm sure my trainer would not like the word try, but I try. But these are definitely areas that I felt like I could use some improvement on. So I'm actually really excited to be the model, and I'm really glad that I have Lauren and Stacia here. So yeah.
And Sheila, is this the first time you've been cool sculpted?
So I've also had cool sculpting on my bra roll. I've noticed huge improvement. This is one of those areas that, regardless of what I eat, how much I work out, it still kind of stays very chunky and squishy. So I will want another treatment on this area because, as the ladies will tell you further, with each cool sculpting treatment you get about 18 to 25% fat reduction. So I do want that additional on the sides.
Now we have one of our guests who are watching say that she almost had this appointment, but she chickened out in the end. Should she be scared?
Not at all. It's so easy. It literally just feels like a little suction. It's a little cold. I mean, we have a TV in the room, so you will easily forget what's going on. It's really the best procedure out there, and no downtime, not painful whatsoever.
And it's super fast. Each one of these cycles only runs for about 35 minutes or so. So, hang out, read a book, watch your, show, or be on your iPad or your phone, and 35 minutes is up like that.
Great, let's get started.
Typically, the most painful part of this procedure is for our patients that choose to watch CNN during the treatment.
All right, Sheila, just going to wipe your skin clean here.
Okay. So this is a pre-treatment skin wipe. It preps your skin, also aids in help protecting during the treatment. I'm going to lower you back just a little bit more just to have a smoother angle here, okay?
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, perfect.
So Sheila, next we're going to put this cold gel pad on your belly. Again, it just protects your skin from the cooling of the applicator.
Just kidding. Just a little cold, no big deal. Easy peasy.
A lot of people say this is the coldest part of the whole treatment.
So we have a question from Jillian. How many cycles do you need to reduce belly fat?
Well, that's really going to depend on each individual patient. Everyone's body is shaped so differently. In this case, Sheila only needs 2, applications with the Coolsculpting cycles. Some patients, and this is very common, need like a diamond pattern around their belly button because they have, a little bit more lower and that mid-belly fat. So we really would recommend coming in for a complimentary cosmetic consultation with myself or Lauren or Jennifer, another of our physician assistants, or even Heather. We'd be happy to fully assess you. We can walk you through that and kind of let you know what you're going to need.
Great, thank you, Stacia. We have a lot of questions coming in, so we'll go ahead and we'll apply the applicator, and then we will get to the rest of your questions.
Okay, so we have a strap here, Sheila, that I'm going to pass to Lauren just underneath your back here, okay? Got it? This just helps hold the applicator in place where we need it to be for the duration of your treatment. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to get everything lined up. I'm going to let you know before I actually place it against your body. You are going to feel kind of like someone stuck a vacuum hose to your belly. It's not that strong. All right, you in 1, 2, and 3. And that is on there. Does that feel okay?
How does that feel?
It feels like you're maybe pinching my fat.
Okay.
But yeah, it doesn't feel like anything really.
All right, we're gonna strap this on. And does that cord feel okay? Just kind of resting against your thigh, that's not an issue?
Not at all.
Okay. Other than getting you kind of covered with a blanket, can I do anything else to make you more comfortable? You've got to sit like this for about 35 minutes.
No. Totally okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and initiate the cooling.
Okay.
So if you're thinking about Coolsculpting, we can see results in as short as 1 month, but the full result typically at about 3 to 6 months. So this is the perfect time because bathing suit season is right around the corner. If you're thinking now what you're going to like in a bathing suit in the summertime, now's the time to do the Coolsculpting. Don't wait till June or July.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm excited. It's just cold. Literally, it just feels like an ice cube is being run along your skin, but that's the extent of what I'm feeling right now.
Okay.
I'm comfortable. Yeah, I feel great.
Usually after about 5 to 8 minutes, the skin goes numb. So while now it's kind of tingling a little bit throughout the treatment, it's very comfortable for the patient, and essentially you don't feel much at all.
And what would you say, what about our male patients? They can benefit from Coolsculpting as well.
Absolutely. This isn't.
Okay, this is not for ladies only, okay? Guys, we hate the love handles, belly fat. You don't need to have dad bod. We got you covered. We have ESPN. You can watch the game. If anyone wants to watch the NCAA Final Four, we'll make those arrangements for you. You can watch it right here while you're removing the fat. We got you.
And it's not just for lower body. We can treat the double chin. I know sometimes when I take some selfies, I've got some stuff going on here. So we can also treat that area.
Yep.
And that's easy as well. You come in, and how long is that treatment? Is it?
That's a 45-minute treatment cycle. Super easy.
Yeah.
You're sitting here watching HGTV and getting sculpted.
Another question from Jillian. How about inner thighs?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Good question. I'll let you guys see that away with that.
Inner thighs is probably one of the most common areas aside from the abdomen that we treat. It's great for that kind of stubborn area that's not going to go away. And typically those cycles range from 35 to 60 minutes depending on the size of the applicator that we use, things like that.
Okay, great. And is this a permanent solution, and what are the side effects?
Coolsculpting is permanent fat reduction. You may need more than just, the one treatment cycle. As you heard from Sheila earlier, this is her second round, because we're eliminating up to about 20 or 25% of fat with any given treatment, but it is permanent fat removal.
So the number of fat cells on your body is a fixed number, and when we remove those fat cells, they're gone. But if you do gain weight, you will gain weight. The fat cells can get bigger, so as long as you maintain your weight, you will maintain the great result that you get. Should we tell them about that secret we were going to unveil? Not yet. No, just wait a few minutes.
Okay. And for all the viewers out there, I want you to see that we have 31 minutes remaining on this treatment, and once the 30 minutes is up, we will take off the applicator and we will show you what the tissue looks like underneath.
Yeah.
What is the expected recovery time for this procedure?
So typically it's a no downtime treatment. You can leave the office and go about your day. There might be some kind of temporary soreness, some swelling. Some patients experience a little bit of bruising in the area, but that can typically last anywhere from 7 to 10 days. I've had patients come in and have Coolsculpting and say they're going to go to the gym later that day. So it really depends on the individual, but typically there's very minimal downtime from the treatment.
Yeah.
Can someone run through and explain how the technology works?
Absolutely. Fat cells are much more sensitive to cold temperature than normal skin. So what happens is the skin gets sucked up into the applicator, the temperature goes down, and that preferentially kills the fat cells. So the fat cells are destroyed, but the normal skin structures remain intact. They're not as sensitive to cold temperature as fat. This was actually an accidental discovery, Coolsculpting. They found a young girl in Belgium that was always sucking on an ice pop on one side of her cheek, and they found that the side of her cheek became indented because the fat cells were killed there from always having that ice pop in her mouth, and from that accidental discovery launched Coolsculpting.
How's it feeling, Sheila?
It feels fine. Just feels a little cold, but I mean, it really doesn't feel like much of anything. Just a little cold. Yeah, I'm comfortable. Yeah, you're about a little over 5 minutes in. Yeah, sounds about right. So after a little more time progresses, will this not feel as cold? Will I?
Yeah. Usually, as Lauren mentioned, within the first 8 to 10 minutes, you're going to have this cold sensation. Your skin will go numb by about that 10-minute mark, and then you're just going to feel kind of the humming and the weight of the machine, but you're not going to have the cold sensation anymore.
And no, go.
Samantha would like to know, can she do this treatment if she's pregnant or trying to get pregnant?
We don't recommend doing Coolsculpting treatments while you are actively trying to get pregnant or pregnant. We would recommend waiting until after you've given birth and are finished breastfeeding.
If the fetus is wearing a Patagonia down jacket, we might consider it, but otherwise not a good idea.
It looks like we may have just had a few people join us, and we're getting asked again, how long does it take until you see results?
So we will see results in as soon as 1 month, but it takes about 3 to 6 months to see the full results.
And I will ask this question to you, why and how is this better than liposuction?
So I would say it's different than liposuction. I've been doing liposuction since the mid-90s. A few advantages of Coolsculpting over liposuction is, number one, it's not surgery, it's not invasive, far fewer risks. In our practice, we do liposuction with local anesthesia, but if you were to go have it done somewhere else where they do general anesthesia, this eliminates that risk of general anesthesia. Those risks include death and stroke. The only kind of risk we've had here is someone having a thumb injury from doing their iPhone too much and texting. We've had texting injuries from texting viciously during their Coolsculpting. But I actually have almost stopped doing liposuction because our patients have found the results with Coolsculpting and the ease of doing it so much better than liposuction.
Wonderful. And Christine would like to know, she must have just logged in, is this treatment good for men as well?
Absolutely. We just answered that question before. For men, the most popular areas men have treated are love handles, abdomen, and chin areas. And you don't need to have that dad bod. We can get you back to the hot bod.
Jillian is asking, how cold is the machine?
The machine is minus 11 degrees Celsius, so it's pretty chilly.
And I'm starting to not feel cold as much. I mean, it's now it just feels like maybe I had some cold water.
You're
on
at
my
8
stomach.
minutes, so
Yeah.
that's kind of right on par.
Yeah.
Elizabeth would like to know, is this expensive?
Well,
All right, let me answer.
it's
So with respect to is it expensive, that is such a great question, and it's also a hard question to answer. We offer a complimentary consultation so we can let you know exactly what your fee would be. And what I tell patients all the time, what's expensive to one person is not expensive to another person. So for instance, for me to go out and buy a Lamborghini, that would be crazy expensive. But if you spoke to Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos, that would be just like an hour's worth of work for them.
So we have someone also asking, my thighs rub when I walk. Can we treat inner and outer thighs?
Yes, ma'am, we can. It's probably one of the most common areas that we treat here in the office. Cycles run between 35 and 60, about 60 minutes. Minimal downtime, like we've mentioned. Awesome, works really, really well.
And Jillian would like to know, what are the risks with this treatment?
Risks with pool sculpting. I mean, temporarily after treatment, you're gonna probably have a little numbness or a little tingling, a little, soreness to the touch. But long term, you're not going to see any of those side effects. I haven't really seen anything other than that.
At the time of the consultation, we would go over an extensive consultation, but in terms of risks associated with this procedure, they're few and far between. The most common thing is temporary numbness, temporary soreness that typically last a few days to a week or so.
Wonderful. Jamie has tried LipoLite and it did not work at all. LipoLite shrinks the fat cells. What makes this treatment different?
Well, LipoLite doesn't work, so that's number one. That's the difference. The difference between the treatment is LipoLite does not work and Coolsculpting does. We have had other devices in the office. I was approached by another company to evaluate one of their technologies that was supposed to be better than Coolsculpting. We had it in the office for a year, and we could not see any difference in before and afters of people that we treated, whereas Coolsculpting works. There are a lot of devices that are coming on the market that really don't live up to the hype. Coolsculpting is one of the few devices that I've invested in personally where the results are better than what we had hoped they would be.
And you're also physically removing the fat cell. Once it's frozen and destroyed, your body eliminates that as waste through your body. So it's permanently eliminating that fat from your body.
And we have a question from Kim. Kim says, I have about 25 pounds to lose. Is this a good option for me?
So we recommend being at your ideal body weight for treatment. By no means is this a treatment used for weight loss or people who are overweight. But we do treat people often who are kind of working towards their goal weight. It's a treatment that can complement healthy diet and exercise. So I would definitely recommend coming in, having us look at the areas you'd like treated, and coming up with a plan.
And they are giving free consultations. There's a little treat for the first 20 patients who call in. So call in to book your free consultation today.
Yeah.
Now let's check back in.
Good.
How are we feeling? Yes.
I feel great. I feel great. I want to get my entire body cool sculpted, which I know is possible. So I guess we're not that far off, but yeah, it's great.
So Sheila, you've got about 23 minutes left on the
Okay.
system, and then we'll go ahead and we'll let the viewers watch us take the applicator off.
Sure.
One thing that people did not ask about is something that sometimes comes up, and it actually comes up in my household, in that my 14-year-old son said, hey Dad, I need to get cool sculpted. My school's going on the Washington, D.C. trip next week, and I'm going to be in a bathing suit. Well, it's really not for someone who's a 14-year-old. It's really for adults. That's really who would be more appropriate for.
We've had some great questions so far, but the more questions you ask, you're going to get entered in to win a free Coolsculpt cycle. So keep those questions coming.
One
Yes.
area that we did not talk about that drives people crazy is arm fat. Arm fat has been the bane of many people's existence, and I'm going to reveal a secret to you. Not only can we Coolsculpt arm fat, but we are the first practice in the East Bay, armed and dangerous, with the Coolsculpting Petite Applicator. These were just released. These are specifically designed to treat arm fat. So if in addition to abdomen and thighs, if your arms are hanging and your arms are bugging you, we got you covered with the Petite Applicator.
Yeah, it works really, really well. Just right underneath.
Now, Stacia, why don't you go over all of the areas that we can treat on the body?
Absolutely, that's a really good point. So we commonly treat the submental region just underneath the chin, or double chin, a lot of people refer to it as. We now have the Petite Applicator to treat the upper arms. We do the kind of upper, mid, lower abdomen. We can treat not just your lower muffin top, but the upper, the bra roll as well, that really, really bugs us women. Inner thighs, outer thighs. What else am I missing? You name it, we could probably treat it.
Mm-hmm. You probably noticed all these applicators hanging in the back of the room. So depending on the area that we're treating, we have all these different tools to use to kind of fit that body type best. Yeah.
Now, can you treat multiple areas at the same time if I am on a time crunch?
Absolutely, good point. We have 2 machines, so we can dual sculpt you. We may not be able to treat 2 spots on the belly at the exact same time, but we can absolutely put an applicator on your belly, put an applicator on your flank, treat that muffin top, or put 2 on each flank at the same time. Absolutely, we can cut your time down having 2 machines.
Can you guys describe to our viewers what like a typical day is for someone that's coming in to have their Coolsculpting done? Because Sheila's doing just one applicator right now, but kind of like someone who has like multiple areas, just kind of describe how that works.
Yeah, so once you've had your consultation and we've mapped out what you need, you come in the office, we take photos, you come in, we kind of get you marked. Like for example, Sheila's doing 2 on her belly. If someone was having a full treatment of their abdomen flanks, we would kind of mark the areas. Like Stacia mentioned, typically we'll get 1 hooked up on the abdomen, 1 hooked up on the flank. Once she's comfortable, you're able to watch TV, bring some work with you, read a book. After each cycle comes off, we massage with the Z-Wave machine for about 2 minutes after, and then get her hooked up for the other areas. When she leaves the office, she might be a little bit numb, kind of sore to the touch, but you can go on with your errands. It really depends how many cycles we're doing in a particular treatment that determines the length that you'll be in the office.
But again, the length of time you would be here is really half the time as you would be elsewhere, having 2 machines to treat you in half the time.
How do we measure the amount of fat and the results post-procedure?
We use mostly before and after photos. The changes are visible. A lot of times patients are coming in about 3 or 4 months after treatment, and they're telling us even before we've got them undressed and doing their photo session, my pants are fitting differently, things like that, or my bra's a little looser where I had that bulge from before. So it's usually more so in the before and after photos. We don't use calipers. We do weigh our patients before treatment and at their after photo session, just to make sure that there isn't a significant weight loss or weight gain.
So when we were evaluating other technologies, we found that we really couldn't see the difference, and we were like measuring calipers, and some people had a slight difference. But with Coolsculpting, the results are pretty obvious. I mean, you can see it, and you can see it in pictures as well.
And here's some photos of some before and afters. This is the abdomen. Aren't you going to do this? Flip through a couple of these.
So these little marks are kind of showing the areas that were treated. So she had 2 on her lower abdomen, 1 on each flank, and 1 on her upper abdomen, just to get that full natural effect. Here is another flank treatment.
You can really see the difference right here.
Yep, and this
Give her
person
a
had
shake back.
2 treatments. So about 50% reduction from before and after.
There's our guy.
Awesome results.
While she flips through these, I'm going to ask you a couple more questions. How long again does the treatment take? You've answered this. You must have some people joining us late.
Today's treatment is 35 minutes. Treatments generally range anywhere from 35 to 60 minutes, depending on which applicator that we're using on that patient.
How soon before you see results, and do different body areas respond faster than others?
So we typically see results as soon as about 4 or 5 weeks after treatment. Full results at about that 3 to 4 month mark. What was the second part of your question?
Do different body parts respond differently?
I haven't really noticed whether the abdomen responds better than the flank, or have you noticed anything like that? I haven't. I think it's pretty much the same. Every person is going to be different though. Some patients are going to see response more quickly, or maybe a little bit better. Like Lauren isn't going to respond the same as me, and I'm not going to respond the same as Sheila, so it's different.
Now, is this FDA approved or cleared?
Yes, it is. How you feeling?
Good. Yeah, I feel great.
She's enjoying some bubbly. Ah, the bubbly.
Gotta represent at all times.
Now, are there different Coolsculpting machines on the market, or is there just one branded type of system?
So there is one branded system of Coolsculpting that is by far and above the best, safest machine. There are some non-FDA approved knockoff counterfeit machines that are being imported from China that are far dangerous. Those are not designed the way Coolsculpting is. Coolsculpting senses everything that's going on and makes sure that your treatment goes just as planned, whereas the ones that are coming in from China do not have those sensors, and they can burn the skin, cause frostbite, which we have never seen with Coolsculpting here in our office.
And how do we reach that low temperature? Is it with air or with coolant?
It's with coolant. There is coolant in both of the machines circulating through the inside of the cup, which we'll actually show you once we take it off. It's basically like an entire metal cup. They get really, really cold. Voila, frozen tissue, bada bing, bada boom, looking hot.
But the machine is a closed system, so the coolant is not coming into contact with your skin.
Correct.
Where is this machine manufactured?
It is actually manufactured in California, in the United States here.
Can we talk about, because I've had people ask me before, well, I've seen an ad where, I can get Coolsculpting for X amount of money that is really not what the cost of Coolsculpting is. Can we, there's a certain integrity to Coolsculpting, there's an integrity to Zeltique, and you really want to make sure that if you're receiving this procedure that you're having it done by a certified, trained professional who has gone through Coolsculpting University, who really knows what they're doing, because like they've been saying throughout this entire live cam, this procedure works. So when it's freezing your fat cells, it is truly going to freeze those fat cells. So you really don't want to go see someone that's not fully trained in doing the procedure, because they could indent your body. They could cause more harm than good. So please, see someone that really knows what they're doing with this.
Do we know what we're doing?
Absolutely.
Okay, just checking.
I would not be on this table if you didn't. Absolutely.
All of our providers here in the office have gone through the Coolsculpting University and are certified Coolsculpt technicians.
Mario is asking again, can this be done in women and men?
Mario, we got you, man. I know you want the six-pack. I know you love handles are bugging you. We'll hook you up. Come on down. So Mario, we're doing for the first 20 complimentary consultations, but for Mario, we got you with a free consultation, even if you're number 21.
Do some people require multiple treatments, and if so, how long in between treatments?
Some patients, depending on the individual, will need more than one treatment. I would say average is probably 2 treatments per patient, though there are exceptions. And we do like to wait the full 3 to 4 months between treatments because we want to make sure we see the full result before we move forward with any further treatments.
Great. And how long do we have left on the treatment station?
I've got 11:24.
11 minutes, and then the big reveal, we will take off the applicator.
Are we going to see wave 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. How you feeling?
I feel good. I'm thinking about hopping onto those peanuts.
Do it.
It is lunchtime after
I know. Thank you so much to everyone that's watching and taking time out of their day to join us and ask questions. I'm actually looking forward to drawing a name and having one of you come in and try this. And, I think that you do it once and you're an absolute believer. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
And then you get to hang out with these two lovely ladies. I mean, who doesn't want to hang out with Lauren? Who doesn't want to hang out with Stacia? Do.
And we also have evil carbs. You got faster. You can eat evil carbs while you're cool sculpting.
And I will tell you all watching that the girls just popped in and said the phones are really starting to ring. So if you want a free consultation,
Call.
give us a call.
Give us a call.
Mario's asking again, how long does the procedure last?
It lasts a lifetime. That's how long it lasts.
Good answer.
It does. It's, once they're gone, they're gone. So maintain your weight and you're going to maintain those results.
Anyone have any more questions for us? We've got about just under 10 minutes left on the machine. This is a great opportunity to get your questions answered, kind of see how the treatment actually works.
And to win a free cycle.
Yes. Jillian, do you have any other questions? I know you were hot in the beginning. I'm sure there's some burning desire in there.
What percentage fat reduction can your patients expect with one treatment?
About 18 to 25% reduction with a single treatment.
And if they get 2 treatments?
You're looking at about 40 to 50% in that treatment area.
I see that you have a SkinCeuticals blanket. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So we are now an exclusive SkinCeuticals flagship store. We carry all SkinCeuticals products, and we are thrilled to be partnered with them. We all love their products. We use them for post-care. It's an amazing line. So we're very, very honored, and we're the only flagship store in California, and there's only 7 in the nation. So we are very privileged and very honored to have that title.
And should they mark their calendar for any special events?
Yes, please mark your calendars for April 18th. Pop in. We'll have an open house from 9 to 3. And then there'll be a VIP event in the evening, which I will share more details later about. But come see us on April 18th. We would love to have you there. One great product that we love to partner up with Coolsculpting is the SkinCeuticals Body Tightening Concentrate. It's a great partner for this procedure. You'll see, some tightening of the skin, which is a great side effect from Celtique, but, great, this is great. Ladies, I highly recommend this. Men, I highly recommend this. You're gonna love this.
Can you tell us a little bit more about SkinCeuticals and what it is?
Sure. So SkinCeuticals is a high-grade skincare line, which really their claim to fame was antioxidants, which help your sunscreen work better. It helps fight free radicals. It's absolutely amazing. If you're ever going to try one product, if you've never tried anything from them before, I highly recommend that you do one of their antioxidants.
Mario is asking, will insurance cover the Coolsculpting?
Unfortunately not. They don't really care what we look like. I wish that we could get stuff like this covered, but they do not. Sorry, Mario. Alright, we're getting close, about 6:40. Any other questions coming in? How you feeling?
I'm feeling
Nice and
I'm
numb?
just Facebooking away now.
She's Facebooking, she's
Watching
got her TV show on.
Yeah. I could not be any more comfortable right now.
A little flipper flop.
Yeah, I
We're
feel
good.
great.
So what do you plan on doing the rest of your day?
So, getting back to work. That is a priority. You know, I feel like after this, I'm just gonna be able to like jump right back into my normal activity. I'm looking forward to the Z-Wave option. I know that a lot of offices just do manual massage, but there have been studies that with the Z-Wave, they have noticed a certain percentage of better results.
About
So
20 to 30%.
20 to
better.
30%. That's huge. So we do offer that at our office. So that's what you can kind of gear up to receive when you come here.
And for those people who didn't see us place the applicator, let's show them what it looks like.
Ta-da!
So we've got a blue strap kind of going behind her, and it just tightens and holds that applicator in place exactly where we want it.
So
And
I'm
there are
really
two-
this
there-
comfortable.
There are two things that are happening. The skin is being sucked into the applicator and then it's being cooled. That takes care of getting rid of the fat.
Jillian is asking for a cost range.
For a cost range,
Mm-hmm.
Jillian, we know you're interested in this. You really need to come in for a complimentary consultation because everyone is different. We hate to give people fees and have them come in and be disappointed, but come on in. We will go over the procedure with you. If people have multiple areas they're treating, then it is discounted based on how many areas are being treated. So the best thing for you to do is come in for the complimentary consultation with either Stacia or Lauren. They're super nice, and they can give you a precise fee.
yeah, we don't want to mislead you. Everyone is so different. We want to be able to accurately assess you as an individual and be able to give you the proper price. Just about
4 minutes.
I'm excited for you guys to see this little contraption come off. Are there any other questions? Is there anything else that we can answer for anyone?
Do not try this at home. Don't lock yourself in your freezer. It's not going to work.
Jillian is super interested, but she's not at her goal weight. Do we have any advice or thoughts for Jillian?
So ideally we recommend treating at your ideal body weight. However, we have patients come in all the time who are not at their ideal body weight, they're overweight, they've got fat that's bothering them, and they can still get a good result, but the ideal result is someone who's close to their ideal body weight. So we've had patients come in who were not at their ideal body weight, they do Coolsculpting and they see the result, and then it really motivates them and supercharges them to get to the gym more frequently, to modify what they're eating, to get the ultimate result that they want. 3
more
minutes.
You want me to bring this away then? Get it set up?
So it's the three. When this comes off, is there a baby that comes out too, or is just the fat gets frozen?
Just the fat.
That was a surprise. We're gonna see a baby born today. No, I'm kidding.
So the beeping that you hear, all of our providers who do Coolsculpting wear a pager. So if you need them, you know, they don't sit in the room with you the entire time so that you can have your privacy, but if you need them. You can just beep them. They come in, but the pager also lets them know, hey, there's this much time left in the treatment. So they start making their way over and see if there's anything else that you need. Of course, we'll give you a break in between if you want to use the restroom. We have amazing little plush robes that you can wear. We keep you nice and warm. I do find that I do like the blanket. It makes me personally feel a little better, like a nice warm hug. So you'll be so comfortable.
Katie wants to know how she could schedule her appointment. The phone number here is
925-838-4900. Give us a call. We would love to have you in. Katie, thank you so much for asking that question.
What is the phone number again?
So one more time, the phone number is 925-838-4900.
And Jillian would like you to know that I think she likes our Facebook Live. She wants you to go live with laser facials.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I would definitely love to, well, I won't be the guinea pig for that one, but I'll videotape that one for you guys. I would love to do more Facebook Lives, and you guys have been such a great audience. It's a pleasure to interact with you all and to give you a little taste of our office. For those of you that don't know, we are located at 600 San Ramon Valley Boulevard, Suite 102 in Danville, California. Come on in, come visit us. Dr. Potozkin is right. You're just going to love meeting him. You're going to love these ladies. You're really going to be in great hands. So this is the Z-Wave. Lauren, do you want to tell them a little bit about it and what it does?
Yeah. So instead of doing manual massage after treatment, the Z-Wave is a tool that uses radio frequency to kind of destroy the remaining fat cells that haven't quite died during that cooling period. So essentially kind of shatters them so that they go through that process of being eliminated by the body.
Most places that do Coolsculpting do not have the Z-Wave. We have it because we know that we get better results with it. We don't charge extra for it. We just want you to get the best results possible.
So they're getting about ready to remove the applicator.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There he goes. My treatment is done.
So vacuum
Are you guys
off.
so ready for this?
All right, little pressure, okay?
Ta-da!
All right.
Ta-da!
Perfect.
That is it. Nice frozen tissue.
Like frozen butter.
This is it. Oh my goodness.
What does that feel like?
You know what it feels like? An almost melting popsicle. Like just a little slushy, very cold. Yeah, that's it.
Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt right now, not at all. No, I can't really feel much of anything.
Okay.
So yeah, a little numb, I guess, but yeah, still very cold.
Okay.
Okay, so Z-Wave is cold, or Z-Wave is loud, so just letting you guys know. Yeah.
We'll
Couple
just do it.
seconds
Yeah.
of it.
Just do a
Very,
couple
very
seconds
loud.
Z-Wave.
Here we go. So essentially we would do that for about 2 minutes over the entire area, help break up all of that crystallized fat underneath the skin, and get your body processing and eliminating.
That's right.
Thank you guys.
You guys, thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Call us again, 925-838-4900, and I look forward to personally coming out and meeting all of you.
We've had such an overwhelming demand that we only have 4 consultations left. So if you're interested in this, I recommend pick up the phone and calling us now so we can get you in.
And we will announce the winner of our raffle tomorrow morning. You guys feel comfortable with that? I'll write everybody's name down, and one of you is going to be the lucky recipient of a free Coolsculpting treatment.
Cycle.
One cycle, excuse me. But we're excited for you guys.
Before we log off, a few people have chimed in with a few more questions.
Sure.
Why not put the entire body in a capsule? That's funny.
Because it would kill you. That would be bad. You would be slim, but you wouldn't be breathing.
Some of our guests have seen this on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's pretty cool. Does the pressure of the massage help with reducing fat cells?
Not necessarily the pressure of the massage. We use the Z-Wave here because the radio pulse frequency is actually a little bit more effective than just the fingertip massage. Helps break up more fat cells than just manually massaging or not massaging at all. Because not all of your fat cells will be frozen to death, basically. This helps increase that number.
And Sheila, Jillian wants you to know that you are looking good.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in.